Well, Kurt, the next SmackDown is in Los Angeles, and you're taking on Kane. But before the match, Stephanie comes out and says she'll be your new manager.
Of
Stephanie
course.
would help you get the win over Kane. Rock would main event, taking on the right to Censor's Val Venus. That's right. Val has made the whole transition from the big Val Bolski to now he's right to Censor. Let's button up to the neckline. What did you think of this whole right to Censor gimmick and that god awful music?
Oh, it was horrible. I'll be honest with you, it got heat, but it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
the right kind of heat. It was like,
It was go away heat.
guys make me sick. Honestly, man, it just didn't. I didn't think it worked. Here they are with the button-up shirts all the way up to the top, and they're like, I don't even know what kind of gang they were, but it was just, they look like a bunch of office guys trying to wrestle.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was like church, pew 4, here they are to wrestle. Let's bring up pew 4. Oh my God, no
Yeah.
thanks. And Ivory, and she had the shirt up to the neck and the long skirt, and they looked like they were knocking on your door, Mormons. Well, you'd be out there for that match, and you'd have such a great line on commentary, and you said anyone who believed Rock wasn't involved probably also believes that OJ didn't do it, and Rock would get the win, but you would hit him with 2 Olympic slams after the match.
One
And
wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Well, we're 2 weeks away from No Mercy at this point. And you're saying about 2 weeks out, you still didn't know 2 weeks out that you were getting the title, right?
No, I did not know. I knew I was wrestling Rock, but I didn't know I was getting the title.
So take me through the moment when you do find out. How many fellow Angle family members are you calling and letting know that I'm winning the title?
Listen to this. This is what's really messed up. None of them came to see it.
That is messed up.
And the reason is SmackDown's on Tuesday. They told me on Tuesday. Then I had house shows on Friday, Saturday, and then the pay-per-view Sunday. So when I got home Wednesday morning, I told my family, hey, I'm going to be here doing the world title, wrestling for the world title. And then 2 days later, I leave. So I didn't really set up any travel arrangements for my family because I was so damn busy. And I didn't know back then, the WWE booked my flights.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to book flights. I know you call the airline, you say, hey, this is me, and here's my birth date, and I want to here's my credit card. But I just didn't really do it because I didn't have time.
In today's world, Giovanna would have slapped the taste out of your mouth if you tried to pull a stunt like that, first world title.
I wouldn't do it today.
Yeah, exactly. So we move on, and we're in Detroit. It's Raw. Hunter threatened you because of Stephanie, and you would smirk in his face like a little prick.
I remember.
And eventually you team with Edge and Christian to take on the Hardys and Rock. And buddy, the Hardys, they were huge, big time over at this time. So you got 6 of you in the ring. It's almost like the perfect combination. It's you, Edge and Christian, the Hardys and Rock. The crowd was electric. Do you remember that night?
Yeah, it was incredible. The Hardys and the Edge and Christian, 2 of the best tag teams of all time. Kurt Angle versus The Rock. This was a great 3-on-3, great 6-man tag.
Oh.
And the match was even better.
The crowd's electric. You would even get Lita involved. She does a Hurricane Rana on Christian before Rock would hit a rock bottom on you. Stephanie would make the save. Eventually, Jeff Hardy would go to the top, but Stephanie would hit him with a tire iron.
That's my girl.
I love it. And you would get the pin after an Olympic slam. In these days, though, Kurt, if heels went over on TV, then after the show, there would be a dark segment to send the fans home happy. Did you enjoy, though, having to be out there when that was happening? And was it fun to goof off sometimes, not in front of the cameras?
Yeah. You know what? We didn't really go over the match backstage. We improvised. So we figured out who was going to be the winner, and then we didn't talk about it. We just went out there and called it in the ring. And that helped me to improvise a little bit because I didn't know how to do that this particular time. I was still learning the business, and I was learning psychology still. I wasn't even in the business 1 year. So for me, it was very nerve-wracking because I didn't know how to improvise, but it forced me to learn how.
That's so true. I'm glad that you said that because as we go through this detailed storyline, it's like, man, but remember, Kurt's still just in learning mode. He's trying to figure out what he's doing still at this time point in his life.
It's crazy, man. I
Yeah.
know.